Alright football fans, grab your popcorn, because the transfer window just turned into a full-blown soap opera. We're talking Donnarumma, telling PSG, ciao. Liverpool and United battling over Brighton's crown jewel, Carlos Baleba. Marc Guehi's contract drama turning into a Reds free hit. And Newcastle eyeing up Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson like a last-minute bargain at the striker's supermarket. 4 sagas, 4 potential blockbusters, 1 crazy summer. Let's break it all down, starting with the goalkeeper storm that could rock Old Trafford. Hit like, smash subscribe, and let's dive into the chaos. Well, looks like the transfer window just found its next main character. And spoiler alert, it's Brighton's very own midfield bulldozer, Carlos Baleba. Because apparently, Manchester United thought they had him in their little red basket. And now, Liverpool have just gate-crashed the party. Oh, and Spurs are hanging around in the corner too, like that one guy who shows up to the barbecue, but you're not sure who invited him. So here's the tea. Baleba's become one of the hottest young midfielders in the Premier League. United only recently put him on their shopping list after they beat Newcastle to Benjamin Sesko, their third big signing after Mbumo and Cunha. You'd think they'd slow down, but nah. Apparently the Glazers are running this like it's FIFA career mode. Problem is, Brighton want about £104 million for him, which, is basically go big or go home money. And with United's summer bill already hovering around £200 million, plus only Rashford from the bomb squad actually leaving, that's a spicy financial meatball to swallow. But here's where it gets juicy. Liverpool have waltzed in like, hey, heard you were talking to Baleba, mind if we join in? And unlike United, they've actually got a bit more room to spend. They've already splashed on Ekatike, Wirtz, Kerkez and Frimpong and still have space for another marquee signing. Mainly because Harvey Elliott's about to join Nunez, Luis Diaz and Quansah on the exit list to balance the books. Brighton though? Oh, they're playing hardball. They don't even want to sell this summer. Fabrizio Romano says United are still in touch, but it's complicated. Translation, it's like texting your crush who replies once every 3 days with lol. Romano also reckons maybe, just maybe next summer after the World Cup, Brighton might actually pick up the phone for real. But for now, they're locking Baleba away like he's the crown jewels. So the question is, do Liverpool swoop in with a ridiculous bid and steal him? Do United somehow magic up the cash? Or do Spurs, well, probably just get linked and then move on to someone in the Championship? Either way, buckle up. This saga is only just warming up. All right, it's centre-back season in the Premier League transfer market, and right now, Marc Guehi is the name everyone's whispering about. Well, whispering and screaming across social media. Liverpool? Apparently in pole position. Newcastle? Still lurking. Chelsea? They've poked their head in, but might already be backing away. Yep, this one's got all the makings of a proper transfer drama. So here's the scoop. Guehi's got just 1 year left on his Crystal Palace contract, which should mean a discount, right? Well, kind of. Palace still value him massively. This is their captain. The man who led them to an FA Cup win. England international. Not exactly someone they're going to shove in the bargain bin. We're talking £40 to £50 million if you believe the rumours, but remember, Newcastle slapped a £65 million bid on him last summer and Palace still said, nah. Now, Chelsea did sniff around mainly because poor Levi Colwill's done his ACL and is out for most of the season. Enzo Maresca even admitted he wants a new centre-back as soon as possible. But here's the twist. Chelsea are apparently prioritising other targets, which feels a bit like saying, you really want dessert, but you're going to go home and eat cereal instead. So that leaves Liverpool sitting pretty. The Reds have been watching Guehi's contract drama for over a year, and now they've basically got a clear run. Newcastle are busy shopping for strikers, Brentford's Yoane Wissa is top of their list, and Chelsea are looking elsewhere. Arne Slot's probably grinning because this is the definition of a free swing. No bidding war, no silly add-ons. Just Palace trying to decide whether to cash in now or risk losing him for nothing in 12 months. And as if that's not spicy enough, Palace boss Oliver Glasner is also out of contract next year. His comment on the whole thing: "Marc and me, we have the same fate, but I can't speak on behalf of Marc." Which is basically manager speak for, yeah, he might be off. So will Liverpool seal it? Will Newcastle suddenly change their mind and throw silly money at Palace again? Or will Chelsea come charging back in for the player they sold for £18 million in 2021? Either way, we're about to find out if Anfield's about to get itself a brand new England centre-half. Alright folks, strap in because we've got a proper goalkeeper saga on our hands. Gianluigi Donnarumma, Champions League winner. Euro 2020 hero, one of the best shot stoppers in the world. And guess what? PSG don't want to keep him. Yep, Paris have already lined up. Lucas Chevalier from Lille talks over a new contract with Donnarumma have completely collapsed, and now the 26-year-old's been told, find yourself a new club. Here's where it gets juicy. Manchester United, Chelsea, Inter Milan, all in contact with his agent. But, according to TalkSport's Anil Candola, the Italian giant wants Manchester United. In fact, he literally said, United get him if they want him. The fee? Around £26 million, which in modern football for a world-class keeper is basically the price of a decent London flat. And Donnarumma's reportedly very tempted by the Premier League, and more specifically, Old Trafford. But why is he leaving PSG? Simple money and pride. He's already on Euro 850 Kelvin a month, but wanted a pay rise. PSG's new policy is lower base salaries with big performance incentives. Donnarumma wasn't having it. Talks broke down. End of story. So now it's over to United, fresh off signing Benjamin Šeško and still in the market for a goalkeeper. Do they pounce, or does Chelsea swoop in and cause chaos? One thing's for sure, if United really want Donnarumma, this could be the easiest transfer win they've had in years. The question is, will they pull the trigger? Well, looks like Newcastle might be about to splash some serious cash, and this time it's Chelsea's Nicholas Jackson in their crosshairs. Yep, the same Nicholas Jackson who's been scoring goals for fun, racking up 24-inch 65 Premier League games, but somehow still finds himself sliding down the Stamford Bridge pecking order. So here's the deal. Chelsea have loaded up on new attackers this summer. Liam Delap in, João Pedro in, and that basically spells thanks for your service for Jackson. Now, Newcastle have been hunting for a marquee striker all summer. First choice, Benjamin Šeško. But United swooped in and wrapped that up. Then they poked around Crystal Palace for Marc Guehi, but that ship sailed too. Enter Nicholas Jackson. Or, as Eddie Howe might be calling him, Plan A-ish. But here's the problem. Chelsea are holding out for a whopping £80 million, which is wild because other reports reckon it's more like £60 million. Either way, Newcastle will have to pay up if they want him, and Eddie Howe's transfer kitty isn't exactly bottomless right now. Journalist Pete O'Rourke says a big offer will get the deal done, but Chelsea aren't blinking yet. In fact, they're playing the classic deadline day game. Hold firm now, maybe drop the price if nobody bites by the end of the window. For Newcastle, this could be huge, especially with Liverpool sniffing around Alexander Isak. If they lose Isak, Jackson could go from backup option to instant priority. And Chelsea? They're clearly in full clear-out mode. Sterling, Chilwell, Disasi, Vega, all out of Enzo Maresca's plans. So yeah, Jackson's exit door is already unlocked. It's just a matter of whether Newcastle's willing to pay the entry fee. So will we see Nicholas Jackson in black and white stripes before the window slams shut? Or will Chelsea's £80 million poker face scare Eddie Howe off? All I'm saying is, this one could get spicy in the final days. And there you have it, from Donnarumma's PSG divorce, to Liverpool and United fighting over Baleba, to Guehi's future hanging in the balance. And Newcastle eyeing up Nicholas Jackson. This transfer window is absolute chaos, and we wouldn't have it any other way. One thing's for sure, the next few weeks are going to be pure drama, pure rumour, and pure entertainment. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, turn on notifications, and join me for the next twist in this beautiful, ridiculous game we call football. Until then, stay tuned, stay hyped, and I'll see you in the next one.